Hey man, y'all see I'm rocking that Agent Range t-shirt. Shout out to my boy Agent, bro. This shirt nice, bro. It's comfortable as hell. And the way it's fitted, bro, it's like it fits perfect. It's not too tight, not too loose. It fit on my arms nice. Just in case these hoes look at you. I don't got no hoes. What's good, everybody? It's D Brown Shanghai here. And we all been playing the NBA Live 18 demo. At least most of us have been. And I was playing it, I played a few games. I played offline, I played online with some friends. And playing it made me realize something. I mean, you can't give too early judgment because it's just a demo. They will make some changes, I'm guessing. But playing it and the style of play that I realized that it made me realize something, all right? I should tell you guys the exact play that made me realize this. So I was playing 5v5 we were playing an Asian stream, as a matter of fact. Some of you might have been in there. And some dude just went up, and this nigga did a dunk that can only be described as a street game breaker dunk, like game breaker 2, not regular game breaker. This was a game breaker 2 dunk. Like, this nigga went up and posterized like 3 of us. And I was like, what? What? Isn't this supposed to be like simulation basketball? This is not arcade. What is this? So in that very moment, I was like, yo, EA Sports need to get back to making NBA Street games. So I sat down and I thought this out. I was like, yo, could they make an NBA Street game in today's world? Like, would that game sell? And immediately, like, hell yeah, that game would sell. So I came up with 5 reasons that I think that they should do it, and I think the game would actually, it would be worth doing. Reason number 1 being that the lane is wide open. There's nobody else making games like this. And some of you might be like, NBA Playgrounds. I didn't play that shit. I didn't play it. I'm not gonna play it. No disrespect to anybody, but I don't know. Like, I don't like the way the characters look. Like the big head little. It's like baby NBA Jam, and NBA Jam, they don't even make that anymore. So if they actually did that, they didn't even have to make a new game. If they did a remaster of NBA Street Volume 2 and released it for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, I'm certain that it would sell extremely well. Like, it would do numbers. That's the type of game to get, like, if they made a new one or even re-released the old one, that's the type of game to get dads who used to play video games and stop now. That's the type of game that'll get them back into playing. But the lane is wide open. Nobody else is doing it, or I should say nobody else is doing it well enough, because I don't know what the sales look like on NBA Playgrounds, but I'm pretty sure there's nobody out there saying, see, I would buy a new NBA Street, but I like NBA Playgrounds too much. Does that person exist? No, it doesn't. And number 2, no one complains about a street game being too unrealistic. Like, the problem with NBA Live is that the gameplay is very arcadey. Like, that dunk I told you about, and just like the way the game plays, the only thing they would have to do, they could take NBA Live, keep the graphics and everything, just add some street dribble moves and make the gameplay a little bit faster, and put in like the dunks and all of that stuff, and that would be a perfect street game. Nobody would be like, oh, NBA Street is too unrealistic, because it's a street game, it's an arcade game. It's supposed to be unrealistic. So you can't mess that up. I mean, I don't think you can mess it up. Can you mess that up? But I don't think EA Sports would be capable of messing up a street game. Literally, all they have to do is make the old street games, but just make it look how it looks now. Like, simple enough. And the number 3 reason being that where the basketball culture is right now would make for an amazing game. Like, story, everything. They would just make it amazing. First and foremost, kind of like how they're doing in Live now and how they used to do in the old NBA Street games. You have bosses. Imagine the bosses that they could have. You could have like LSK for one, since they're getting, influencers and whatnot. LSK. Imagine playing against B.A. the dude that do all the impersonations of NBA players. And they could take, like, you could go outside the box and look at former, like, YouTube phenomenons, like Akil Carr. If y'all don't know who Akil Carr is, I'll put a clip in just in case. But guys like that, and there's so many other options that you can have just where today's basketball culture is. And they could even have Famous Los doing the commentary. Imagine Famous Los, the guy to be like, why he do that boy like that? That guy. If you don't know who that is, I'll put a screenshot or something. But him, he could be commentating, and that game would be amazing. Number 4 is the presentation could be extremely cool too. Like I said, where basketball culture is, EA could reach out to like Ball is Life or like the Drew Leagues and all that stuff. They already reached out to the Pro-Am leagues. Like you can have courts there and stuff. You can have like Ball is Life tournaments in the story mode and like Ball is Life gear in the game if you want to. It'd be like, the presentation could be so cool. It's just basketball culture. It's where it is right now. We need a street game for the culture. Just how everything is. Like they have the Ball is Life, All-American game and all of that stuff. The sneaker kind games. Just we need some street games that could coexist alongside everything that's going on in the basketball world. And the number 5 reason, and which would be pretty much the biggest seller on the game possibly, is the roster. The roster could be incredible for this game. Besides NBA players who, of course, are going to be in the game, there's so many other people who you can put in the game. You could put in like those professional dunker dudes like the Flight Brothers, Kenny Dobbs. And now with so many celebrity hoopers, you can put in Chris Brown, The Game, Kevin Hart, J. Cole. All these dudes be hooping. Like rappers, actors. It's a ton of people that hoop. And they're not trash. They're actually like, you know, these niggas really about that hoop shit. And like I said before, B.A. he needs to be in this game if this game existed. He should be somewhere in 2K, I feel like. He should be like a connection or something. This man is like everywhere in basketball. This man he makes videos for the Warriors website. Come on, bro. He was the Celebrity All-Star Game MVP. This man need to be in a video game somewhere. But if they made this game, man, and they did it right, this game could, I wouldn't say put them in contention with 2K because you won't be competing with 2K with an arcade street game. You would be reinventing the lane that you dominated for so long. And you would dominate it once again because literally nobody else is doing it on a mainstream level. This game would sell extremely well off hype alone. So, if you guys agree with me or if you don't agree with me, let me know in the comments down below. Do y'all want to see a street game? What y'all think about all this? So, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like. And as always, I'm D Brown Shanghai. And I'm up out of, I thought I cracked my phone. I'm up out of here.